Welcome to the Scbookgal and Friends Chat. We're going to be talking about the latest in book reviews, author interviews, and life. Come on in and join us. We're ready. Are you? Hey everyone, this is your girl Scbookgal 843, and it is another Tuesday night. And it's been a crazy day for me, but how I always ask you guys, how was your day? That's good. That's good. Your girl is working with no sleep right now. And when I say no sleep, I mean no sleep. Okay. Um, I want to tell my sister, get better soon. Enjoy this little bit of time. Okay. But I pray to God she gets better. She had a little thing did to her today, but she came out like a trooper. She made it do what it do. And now she's home resting with her boys. So get better, girlie. So tonight I was supposed to have a guest, you guys, but sometimes things happen and they don't show up, but that's absolutely fine. So I'm gonna spend the next 10 to 15 minutes telling you what I have going on for authors and for readers. Okay. So all of you guys know that the states are back. And I know you thinking, states, Treese, what are you talking about? Remember, you guys, the author in the states, here's your chance to represent your state in 2026 to 2027. Okay? So, all the states and the five territories are up for grabs. Okay? Why should I choose a state? Authors say. Okay? Because this is a chance to showcase your brand. Authors, sometimes you have to think outside of the box. Sometimes you have to be creative when it comes to marketing your book, okay? So this is that opportunity. So, how can you represent your brand, your book? Authors, here's your chance, okay? So, there are three qualifications in order to choose a state. But there are some exemptions, so pay attention, okay? The three qualifications: one, born in that state; two, live in that state; or three, the basis of your story has to be in that state or territory. Because remember, we're doing the five territories also. Now, we all know that there's some states that are always up for grab, like Ohio, um, Oklahoma, Kentucky. Those states, if you want to grab those will be on the first come, first serve, okay? But really go for the state where your book is setting, where you currently reside, or where you were born, okay? That is only $36. But here is a bonus. Let's say you want to cover, okay? You want your face on one of the 50 state covers. There is an additional fee for that. That is 25 and it'll be printed and that gives you a total of 61, okay? Why would you want it printed? Do you know how cool it is to have that magazine in print with your face, your state, and your book? It's building a legacy that you would contribute to. Okay? So remember, five territories in the 50 states. Okay? That magazine is going to come out in either June or August. We're pushing for June. Okay? So that's that one. Okay? And the one that everybody has been talking about. You guys, here is your chance to have your book on a billboard. Okay? My daughter participated in the past um, poetry book that was put out by Angela Thomas Smith. one of the youngest authors to ever contribute. Okay. So, you guys, what I did was her face was on the billboard. Okay. When she got home from school, I said, "Hey, Anaya, let me show you something." I showed her, you guys, she was shocked. She's, Mom. I said, "Yeah, girl, look." Showing her that your hard work and your dedication leads to things like this. She was so happy. This girl made me email the teachers. She made me email her mentor. She made me email her aunties, her cousin, her dad, her friends. Like everybody had a picture of that screenshot. She was so proud of herself. To see that in her, it just set off a light bulb. And now she's like, "Oh, I wrote a couple of points today." I said, "Oh, really?" She was like, "Yeah." So think about how you would feel knowing that your book is up there. This is another chance for you to showcase your brand. Your book is your brand. So here's another chance, authors. Now, I will say that we are booked up for April. Okay. Right now, we are starting in May. Okay. May. And it's every Saturday on the 06th of the hour. So, what does that mean? 106, 206, 306, 406, 506. The 06 of the hour, your book will be displayed. I want to say it's 15 or 30 seconds, okay? So imagine in Times Square, your book on the billboard, okay? Some people are like, "Oh, well, I won't be able to see it." Yes, you will, because Times Square has a live cam, okay? Which means that you can go on the internet, send that cam link to all of your friends and your supporter, and your book will flash. Okay. That'd be totally awesome. And if you want to be really creative about it, you can go live, have the cam in the back, and do like a countdown, and your book will appear. Okay. So remember, if you want to do that promotion, it is $50. Okay. Now, your book will show, what is it, 24 hours? 24 times. Okay? That promotion, like I said, we are booked up in April. So April is over. Nobody else, unless some people drop out, nobody else for April. We're starting in May. Okay? And it'll be every Saturday in May. And you know what, guys? This will make a cool Mother's Day. Think about putting your mom's picture on the billboard in Times Square. That would be awesome. Do you know how that would be so cool? Everybody getting together for family dinner. You turn your TV on. You go to YouTube or to one of the links that have the Times Square. And everybody's eating and enjoying themselves. And the next thing you know, you pause it right at that 06, and you said, "Mom, happy Mother's Day." And there's her picture on the screen. Perfect Mother's Day gift. The memory. Because apparently, some mothers, we have everything we need. Let's invest in those memories, okay? Also, I am up, booked, busy, and ready to help you, okay? I do have services that are absolutely free, and I do have services that do cost, okay? And why do some of your services cost, Patrice? Because it does involve a lot of time, okay? So some of the services that we have in Scbookgal and Friends, we have blog interviews, we have pre recorded interviews, we have book reviews, we have promotional services that I'm helping with. We also, there's something I am forgetting, live interviews. Okay. So let me explain to you a little bit of all those. Okay. I know you're like, "Girl, what?" Some people are afraid to come online. Okay. And they're afraid to be live. So what I do is I do pre-recording interviews. Or your schedule just might not permit. Pre-recorded interviews is the way to go. Okay. We will coordinate our schedule and we will meet at a certain time and we will record your interview. Okay. Your interview will go live within 24 to 36 hours on SC Book Gals and Friends and on Scbookgals and Friends YouTube page. You can give individuals that link, and they will always have a copy of your recorded interview. Okay? Blog interviews. Let's just say you hate the camera, period. And you know what? I totally understand that. So, what you can do is what we call a blog interview. I will send you a set of questions. We'll go back and forth, or you can just answer them all at one time. I will set up a nice interface, what's called Voices Worth Reading. And it will have your blog interview, 5 working book links that link directly to your catalog to a purchasing link. You can also do a book giveaway, and it would also have where people can find you on social media so you can gain followers. Okay. The next thing that we have is book reviews. Okay. I do book reviews. I'm just asking for people to be patient because when you send me the link for your book review, does not mean that you're first in line. Okay. But I do book reviews. I can do a written book review or I can do a video book review. Okay. If you're wanting a video book review, I will also do a opening. And what is an opening? An opening is where I literally get your book. I've never seen it before. All I know is you're sending it to me. And it's a first reaction of your book to my viewers and to your viewers. And then right after that, I will get into the book review. Okay. And book marketing, I am starting to do that. Just helping authors with their books because I know we all can't sit in front of a computer all the time. So we all can help each other out. So I will post your book 3 times a week for 2 weeks in 1 month. Okay. So that means 3 times in 1 week for 2 weeks. Okay. If you have certain days you want to do that, certain days we can do that. Okay. And last but not least, we do have a magazine. If you want to be featured inside the magazine, Aspiring Authors Magazine, we can also do that too. We do have the book cover available. So if you're wanting to be on the cover of Aspiring Authors Magazine, just hit us up. All this information can be found on SC Bookouts and Friends. What else do I have going on? Whew, Lord. In December, matter of fact, my birthday, we're going to be in Myrtle Beach, okay? And we're going to be honoring mothers, women. More information to come about that. But just remember, December the 5th, 2026, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, okay? You see some flyers floating around for some nominees. And if you want information about being nominated, email me, okay? What else do I have going on? Oh my God. We talk about the book reviews, we talk about the pre recorded interviews, live interviews. That's on tonight, okay? My live interviews are on Tuesday nights and they start at 8 o'clock, okay? Right now, I am currently booking for June. May is booked up with 1 day pending, and June is fully free. Okay. So if you want to be live and you want to sit in the hot seat and you want to do my fun questions and you want to go back and forth about your book, hit me up. Okay. And again, that's Tuesdays at 8. I usually go from 8 to 8:30. Now, if we're real good, we'll go to 8:45. Okay. But that's another chance for you to get there. Okay. And that's it. That is really it. I told you I got a lot of stuff going on. But if you have any question about any of the services or if I can do anything for you or answer any questions about your book and your brand, hit me up, okay? My email, scbookgallandfriends at gmail.com. I know that's long. So let's try it again. scbookgallandfriends at gmail.com. Or you can hit me on Facebook at Scbookgal or my name, Patrice Grimball. I'm also on TikTok. I'm also on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram on two ways on Instagram. Scbookgal843 and Scbookgal and Friends. So anything you see Scbookgal and Friends, that is me. And if you send a message there or you comment on something, I will get back in touch with you, okay? Um so yeah, that's everything I got going on. Very sorry that my guest wasn't here tonight, but I will say that we are doing a giveaway on his book, okay? So I'm going to bring up his book so you guys can see what book he's giving away. So if you head over to scbookhouseandfriends.com, you're going to see Voices Worth Reading for Jonas Jean Pierre, okay? If you go to the very bottom of his blog interview, read all his information. It's very smart, very intelligent, and make you think like, yo, very insightful, okay? If you go to the very bottom of his link, you're going to see this book. I'm always backwards with this. This book, okay? That is your chance to sign up for that book giveaway, okay? On Friday, I am going to pull a name for the book giveaway, okay? Friday, and it's going to be by noon. I'm going to pull a name and I'm going to put it on my Facebook page and I will contact that person, okay? So head on over to SC Book Gals and Friends, Voices Worth Reading, author Jonas Jean Pierre, okay? Read his information, follow him on all the platforms, and then at the bottom, log in win his book, okay? Now, y'all, next week, this young lady, Miss V.T. Berna T. Brown, has been all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over Facebook, saying that she gonna be here with me. So I hope she's ready because this cover, y'all, look at that book. Look at it. We're gonna be chatting about it. So make sure you join me next week, Tuesday, here at 8 o'clock. Always remember, there's no such thing as an old book because not everybody's read every book. You guys have a great night. Bye.